morning, everyone. This is Gina Bulow coming to you live from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I think I'm on here. I kind of had to do this all by myself today, and I'm not sure, but we will see if I'm, oh, it looks like I'm live on my phone. Okay, I hope you guys were hanging in there while I was figuring this out. I was not maybe doing all my steps right here and getting set up. So I think I'm live now. If you are, here we go. If you guys are watching, say hi, tell me where you're coming from. Leanne, good morning. Can you see me? Let me know. Sometimes I don't know if these chats kind of started before or if they're current. So Mary, welcome. Okay, you guys are popping on. I think I'm here. Christine will be so proud of me. I did this. I was starting to panic because, you know, I'm late and I couldn't figure things out, but I think I got it all figured out. Yay! Big girl steps here. Okay. Woo! I had to take a deep breath from that. That was like technology, you guys know, kind of intimidates me a little bit. So I did it. Yay. Leanne, I am good. How are you this morning? I hope you guys are excited for Christmas in July. I know it's crazy to think. Yesterday I spent some time with the kids and we were in the pool. So hard to think of snow and things like that when it's like 85 degrees out and beautiful and you're sitting in the pool. So, okay. So let me show you what I've got kind of going on. First, I'm going to start with, oh no, did I forget? Hold on one second. I did forget one thing, and I do have July. I had to think where we're in. We're almost at the end of July. July scrapbook class is still available for all of you to order. You have until August 3rd. Cost is $24 plus shipping. So let me know if you would like that kit. I also have today's kits will be available until August 3rd. Today's class is 5 cards for $25. And then tomorrow I will be live again as long as I can get on with our morning create. And we're going to create 3 just really cute, fun cards. So we have these 3 cards for $17 plus shipping. So for those of you that require shipping, there's an additional fee for that. But those of you who are local, you can pick them up here in the hive. So let me know. And you guys, I've had a lot of challenges going on this month because I have been stamping with you guys for a whole year already. This is crazy. I can't believe where the time goes sometimes, you know, to think I started, you know, I've been a demonstrator since 2016, but I didn't do lives until last year. So it's crazy how the time goes, and we're already looking at the end of July and talking about kids going back to school already. So, wow. So, some of those prizes that I'm giving away, because I'm giving away lots of prizes this month because why not, right? So, as always, each class that I've done for this month, share my video. Share my video from YouTube, share my video really from Facebook. I'm really trying to grow myself. So if you can go over and share my video in Facebook, but always let me know that you shared the video because I can't always see who has shared and who has not. Now, any of you who go to my Facebook page is Glitter and Ink with Gina. Any new followers who joined during the month of July get put into a basket and we will pick a prize for that. And I think today's additionals, sharing my video today, so I will post it today in my Facebook page. And if you share that video, tell me you shared. But I'd also like to see what you guys are creating. So one of my challenges for the scrapbook class was show me what scrapbook stuff you're creating. Well, now I want you guys to show me what you're making at home. A card, it can be a 3D item, it can be something for your home. Show me those things, okay? And let me see what you're crafting. So everyone who does that, you'll be entered into a prize, because it's my anniversary and I want to give you guys prizes because you guys have stuck through with this year. It's been a crazy year. You know, we moved in this process and all of this stuff is kind of new to me. I'm not very good with technology, so you have all bared with me really well through this journey, and I appreciate that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate you guys sticking with me and following me along. So good morning, Nancy. Let's see, we have Nancy Sue, Nancy Ryan, Linda. All of you guys are here. I am so excited to have you here this morning. Nancy Ryan, you're a fellow bee from New Orleans. Well, welcome this morning. Glad to have you here. And Nancy Sue, you're from San Antonio, Texas. And Leanne, you're from Perth. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I love having you guys all here. So anyways, like I said, Facebook is where I kind of keep all of my updates and when classes are and things like that. I know not everyone is on Facebook, but for me right now, that's the tool I know the most. Now, Bella and I have been working hard. I'm trying to get emails going and things like that, and I fell really behind on tutorials. So she's been working with me on that. And so I have a bunch of tutorials that I kind of have to go through and kind of just edit because she's been helping me write the tutorials, so I have to go back through and do that. So I have a bunch of tutorials that we just gotta put the final touches on, and those will be going out. And I know several of you have been reaching out this week via email, and I have not had time to go through my emails, so I hope to do that sometime today, and I will get back to you guys, okay? And another way to contact me, of course, is by email at ginalbulow@gmail.com. Okay, so feel free to reach me there. Cheryl, welcome. Good morning. You followed me on Facebook. I'm so excited. And yes, when you guys go to Facebook, sometimes I have a hard time seeing if you followed me. And you want to make sure you like and follow. So please let me know that you followed too on there, because sometimes that helps me navigate it a little bit. I haven't quite figured all that out. So I'm trying to keep track of all that. So yay. And who's ready to get stamping now? I am so excited. Christmas in July. I do love to make, I love to make cards and stuff, but I really love to make Christmas cards, holiday cards. I think they're super fun to make, and I guess that's what I probably send out. I send out a lot of happy birthday cards, but I send out a lot of Christmas cards. So we're gonna make Christmas cards. So I have 5 beautiful cards for you guys today, and I will show you those right away. So these are from the new online exclusives. The new online exclusives will not be in the catalog. They are online exclusives, okay? So we have 5 different sets, and I'll bring in their stamp sets, and all of these have dies also. So this set here is called Iconic Imagery. Imagery. And we did like a stack of presents and then wrapped it up, and this could easily kind of go for a lot of different things. This could be a birthday, it could be, let's say it's a winter baby, and this could be a Christmas card, and you tuck a little gift card in there. So, you know, this set, and it comes with snowflakes, leaves, so it's kind of an all occasion set, and it has some really cute dies, but I really love this giant celebrate. I love big, bold words. Okay, so that's our first card we're gonna work with. Our next card is Sophisticated Sled, and this is probably one of my favorites. Do you guys have any favorites? Comment below what you guys are liking. Has this beautiful sled with some skates, a couple different wreaths, a cute little cardinal, and we'll be doing some paper piecing of Designer Series paper, making a cute little sled. Then we have Frosted Forest. Comes with these beautiful trees, and you know, it's not necessarily a Christmas set with its sayings, but definitely you can see you can make Christmas trees, you can make fall trees, so many really pretty options. And not only does it come with dies, it comes with masks. So we'll be seeing more of those masks as we get closer here. I'm really excited to make some fall cards with this set. So you'll see more of this. So, and this one is a large suite. It comes with 2 types of paper, ribbon, and these 2 sets go together. So we have Golden Greenery and Greetings of the Season. So the Greetings of the Season have this stamp set. So you have every occasion in here, along with cool dies like this and this to put your sayings on. So we've used that. And then this one has no sayings in it, but it has really pretty greenery pieces and some bells in there. So you're going to see a lot of these greenery pieces. We have a really cool piece of vellum here that we cut out, and oh goodness, I forget what kind of paper, like mercury vellum here. It's got gold kind of flakes on the vellum. Really, really pretty. So let's get stamping and get started. Good morning, Sandy. Welcome this morning. Okay, so our first card here, we have, I gotta move things around, shift them around a little bit. Pecan pie as our base. And it is scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/4. So traditional base scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/4. Okay, we're gonna take that 1 1/4 piece and we're gonna fold it back like this. So now you have this little flap right here. And the designer series paper is so pretty in this set. So we have this piece here. On one side, like we have mossy meadow and vanilla polka dots. And then on this side, you have this really pretty foil, the gold foil in here. So we're gonna adhere this to our panel here. And this isn't as long or as wide as our panel. So you're just going to have a 1/4 inch border here. And this we're going to be folding over, so you're not going to see that empty space there. So we're going to fold this over, adhere it. And then we have 2 1-inch strips by 5 1/4 pieces of DSP. And so this is vanilla. You guys can see that really pretty gold on there. Isn't that pretty? And then it has a green pattern on the back. So both sides, really, really pretty. Okay, we're going to adhere these strips to this panel here. And then it looks like I cut my inside piece wrong here. So it's 5 1/4 by 2 2/3. Okay, so we had put our other strip on. And I'm going to keep this closed so I can get it on here with that nice border around the edge. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? Okay, so we have our 2 strips and our big strip here. Now, time to stamp our inside. Let's see, our outside we have, I think it's the most wonderful time. Oh, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. Lots of really pretty, I love this. I love the mixing of the fonts also. So we're going to put Merry Christmas on here. I can find. Sometimes, here we go, Christmas. And we're gonna bring in 2 different fonts here. Because I love to mix my fonts. And we're gonna bring in our cherry cobbler. Good morning, Karen Woods. How are you this morning? Let's see if I can stamp this straight. Not too bad. And then we'll put Christmas. Wow, I'm shaking it this morning. I was getting all worked up with that video, trying to get it set up. Okay, and then we're gonna bring in our garden green and our golden greenery here. I'm gonna take a piece out of here. Let's see. So I'm going to put this on here, just in the corner. I'm going to tuck it in like this at full strength, and then we're going to go 2nd strength, 3rd strength. Give it a couple different strengths in there, okay? Just to fill in that bottom corner. Clean up our blocks because I'm making a mess today. Adhere our inside. You're going to leave that gap in there so that when you close your card, you don't see your inside piece, okay? Now, we're going to stamp on our vanilla label. Bringing in our cherry cobbler. Anyone have any favorite sets so far that they've played with? Now I am, because I'm going to be adding greenery and a bow and things like that up here, I am not going to necessarily center this. I'm going to bring it a little bit more towards the bottom of this. So I have a little more gap on the top. Oh, I just stuck my finger in the red ink. Let's hope I don't turn everything else pink. Okay, so then I cut a 2nd label because I felt like when you put this on here against your vanilla DSP, it kind of got a little washed out. So I brought in some of my pecan pie here, and I made a 2nd label, and we're just going to cut that along and go in the middle here like this. So now we cut this in half. All right, and we're gonna take this and just put a little bit of a border here. So your piece here will all be hidden on the top. So you're just gonna kind of see it poking through around the edges. No one has any of these stamp sets yet? You're gonna want them. And for those of you who are demonstrators, you got to peek That is the perk of being a demonstrator, is we actually got to peek at the new holiday catalog. We'll actually be able to pre-order, I think starting July or August 6th, we'll be able to pre-order some of the holiday products that are coming out. So I'm super excited for that. And one other thing I am trying to do is grow my team. I am really striving to be Silver Elite. That is my goal. Christine and I have been working together to figure out kind of how I can achieve those goals. And one challenge she gave me is I have to mention it on my videos. So I am mentioning it because I do want to grow. And the bonus of being a demonstrator is, one, you can see product early. You get a sneak peek at things ahead of time. Plus, you get a nice little discount. Now, whether you want to do anything with it or just become a hobby demo and get a discount, you can do that too. There's no pressure to do any ordering if you don't want to. So, one thing you want to make sure is when you have your label, make sure that your dimensionals are not coming over on the other side. So we're going to put this in the middle here. Oh, mine are showing. See, when you flip it over, you don't want your dimensional showing. So we're just going to take it off here and slide them down just a little bit. All right, so now we have this really pretty vellum that has this gold shimmer on it. And we're actually, this is a really big piece. And so I'm actually gonna take and cut it down. So I'm just gonna go in through here. And cut it. And you don't need this long stem for this piece. So I just cut the stem down. We're gonna go like that. So taking one big die and cutting it in half, and you get a little bit of less die cutting that you have to do. So that's a plus. And I'm just gonna take, this one is actually gonna show when we put it on our piece here. So I'm just gonna take my scissors and just round it just a little bit. And then we have two pieces of our pine. Janelle, I do not have, I'm trying to think. I think my current host code just expired. I will be putting a new host code on after this. Now, if you guys want these kits and you want to earn them for free, all you have to do is place an order through me. So if you go to my Stampin' Up! Website, you can place an order through me. My current host code is always posted at the top, pinned at the top of my Facebook page. Like I said, I believe mine just expired, so I need to put a new host code. So if you were to place an order and wanted these cards for free, you would have to pay, have a $50 order. Now, my pine is a little bit longer. There's two pines in this set. There's a shorter one and a longer one. And I think I grabbed both longer ones. I'm just gonna cut the edges off here because we're gonna hide this with a bow and the other pieces of the greenery, okay? Kathleen, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching and loving my work. I hope I inspire you guys to go home and create some fabulous creations yourself. So we're just gonna layer these on there. I'm first gonna put these, is it called Mercury? I can't remember what this vellum is called. It's but it's so pretty. So in this vellum pack, you get, no, this one is a separate vellum. So there's 2 types of vellum that came out with this holiday suite. A pack of this vellum, but then there's also a vellum that has greenery all on it, which you'll see in another card, and 2 different, I should say, 2 of the sheets have 2 patterns of greenery on it, and the other one has kind of like, I would say like a snowy background on it. And I forgot I needed a new Wink of Stella, but I would Wink of Stella this up. So when I get home, I will add a little bit of Wink of Stella to these because I think everything is better with a little bit of shimmer. Kathleen, I hope you were able to get, Kathleen had some plumbing issues in her home, so I hope you were able to get those all fixed, Kathleen, and you're doing okay. Okay, so now we have this, I'm so excited because we don't usually have cream ribbon. So they brought out, and it's super soft, this beautiful cream ribbon. We actually have a thicker one, I think it's more like 3/4 of an inch, and then we have this one is a 1/4 inch, and it is so pretty and it is so soft. I was so happy with the holiday catalog. They brought out some white frayed ribbon, and they brought out this cream ribbon, and we don't have a whole lot of neutral in the catalog. I feel like we have a lot of colored ribbons, but not a lot of neutrals. So very excited to have cream and white ribbons. I'm going to bring in my bow maker here and make a bow. Mary, welcome from Southwest Minnesota. I'm so happy you're here today and tuning in. Okay, we'll bring in our glue dots. And because this is a thicker ribbon, I do tend to use 2 glue dots when putting my ribbon down. And I'm actually going to place this a little bit higher because we have these really cute gems that they've turned into berries, and I just love them. So I'm going to cut my tails down. Okay, and then we have these really cute berries. Look at this. They come already made, and then they have individual ones. So we have like, it's almost kind of iridescent on one section, and then your real red, and then they just have solid iridescent and real red pieces. So we're just going to take, now you could take 3 of these red gems and create the same look, but it's always nice when it's done for us. And I'm just going to tuck that in under my bow. And I think that that just gives it that final touch in there. So here we go. We have 1 card done this morning. What do we think? And who would have thought that you could use pecan pie as kind of a nice winter card, but I really love the pecan pie with this vanilla and the greens. Really is pretty. Okay, so card number 1 done. Yay! Okay, we're gonna put our berries aside because we will be using them again in another card. I'm making a mess over here. Oh, Kathleen, I am so glad to hear that everything is going good and running okay again. Okay, our next card, we'll be using those sets again. We're going to be using a crumb cake base. Okay, and we have a piece of white for our inside, real red, a piece of white that I embossed with the snowflake embossing folder. So we're going to adhere that on. Janelle, I agree with you. The pine sprigs, I love pine sprigs. We've had many sets kind of over the years of different, you know, pine sprigs and pine cones. I always feel like you can do so much with all of that greenery. You can create some really beautiful pages. And we're gonna pop this part up. So is anyone doing anything fun today besides watching me? My son has decided to play football. It's his first year. He's done like flag football, but this is the real deal now. So we have to go get him cleats and whatever else he decides that he needs for football. So we'll be doing that today. He's super excited to play football this year. So new territory for us. He's been playing soccer and doing like cross country and things like that. So, and he's really enjoying it. So actually comes out of practice actually happy, which he's kind of one of those grumpy teenagers right now. So to have him come out happy and he got a good workout in is always a good thing. So okay, so we have all of these beautiful greenery pieces. So in this kit, like I said, there's lots of greenery pieces. You have 2 pines, one that's shorter than the other, these, and there's a few others. So, but this was the vellum I'm talking about. So some of it is just solid pines, and then this has just a little white dusting on, like it has a little bit of snow on it. Okay, so we're gonna put these aside for us just a second, and we're gonna stamp our label. Now your label can go like this, traditional label, but I thought when you turned it like this, I kind of felt like it almost gave it a little bit of a lantern look to it. So I thought I would turn it this way instead, and we can make a little lantern. And we're gonna use Happy Holidays. With this, and we're gonna stamp in Memento. Now some people didn't like, you know, I've heard people talk that they didn't like these tags because they're made to be a tag with a hole. But as you guys can see, it doesn't have to be used as a tag. You know, a lot of times we're covering up that hole. So lots of pretty labels in here. So don't let that hole, if you don't want it to be a tag, kind of throw you off. You can just cover it, put a gem over it, put a piece of ribbon over it, whatever, and it just looks like a regular label, okay? And this too, we're gonna stamp down just, well, I know this one's gonna be in the center. So we're gonna put Happy Holidays, and I just off-centered them just a little bit. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I love buffalo check. And the great thing about this buffalo check is you can color it. So this works great for just about any occasion. You could color it any color. I feel like we're gonna paint it. We're gonna color it red, but you could make it purple or orange for Halloween. You could make it a bright, bold color. a red or a pink for Valentine's Day. You could make it green. You can do whatever you want. You can use your regular markers or you can use your blends. I like to use my blends because I feel like it dries a little bit faster. And all I'm doing is I'm taking my brush end and brushing along the edge. And we're going to make a bow out of this, and we're going to put a little border on the bottom. And most of the time, you only have to do one side, but sometimes I flip it over just because I don't want any of the white or vanilla showing, okay? So I'm going to let that dry just a bit. And we're going to make a bow. And if you let this, this should probably dry just a little bit more because I'm getting red on my fingers, but that's okay. Oops. I agree, Frosted Forest would look really great. Like I said, I cannot wait to play with those masks, Janelle. Hi, Karen. You thought the class was at 10. Usually it's at 10, but I did bump it up since Christine was going to be gone. That, you know, usually she has to help me get on, so I let her sleep in a little bit. But I did bump it up just so I could make use of most of my Sunday. So we've got our bow here, but I'm gonna make a little strip here yet. We're gonna put a strip on the bottom. So I feel like I said, I feel like it's kind of like a little jar that you get to decorate. And I'm just using real red here. And this is the dark one. So I have a little strip here. And we're gonna take and just, see, I didn't let it dry. I got ahead of myself. And I got a little red on my label, but that's okay. It's gonna have a little extra love. Wipe my fingers off a little bit. Those are turning red too. So you do wanna set this aside and let it dry just a little bit before you kind of go ahead and get all excited and attach it to your card. And I always like to use tear tape when adhering my ribbon. So I have that down there. And we're going to put our bow on. Up here, so you don't even see that little hole. And of course, cut our ends. All right, now is the fun part. Now we actually are going to put our card together. Well, good morning, Linda. Thank you for joining me. This is your first time here. Well, I hope you have lots of fun and you get inspired here today. Linda, where are you coming from? So what I'm doing is I'm going to put this big sprig in the corner on both sides. Like so. I'm actually going to cut these stems off a little bit because I just want to make sure that they're not going to show through the label on the other side. Yes, more pool time. I think we spent a good portion of the day in the pool together yesterday. So like I was saying earlier, we might be doing a little bit of football shopping, and the new Twister movie is out. And since we're going to be up in Oshkosh, we might stop and see a movie. We'll see. It's nice enough out that maybe I think my husband wanted to do some yard work before. I think we're supposed to have some rain later. So we'll see what everyone's in the mood for when I get home. I should say if they're even out of bed. That's the question there. Will they all be out of bed by the time I get home? And I'm going to snip a little bit of this bottom one off because it's a little bit longer. And you're not going to see it anyways. Then we're going to bring in these beautiful vellum pieces from Richmond, Texas. Well, welcome, Linda. I'm so glad to have you here. I hope you have stayed safe during all the storms in Texas. And in case, oh, I just did it. I put glue on the wrong side. And in case I ran into this when we were cutting kits with my daughter, she was cutting out the vellum pieces, and she's like, Mom, these don't cut out these pieces. And I said, yes, they do. You have to flip the paper over. So if you find that your dies aren't cutting out your vellum pieces, flip your vellum over. I know sometimes it's hard to tell which way the pattern goes, but the pattern is a little bit brighter on the right side of it. So you just have to make sure that you flip things around. And now I've got sticky fingers. All right. So now all we have to do is add our label. Of course, going to pop him up. And like I said, of course, we're going to add some Wink of Stella to these later. I need a new pen, and I forgot to pull one out this morning. So like that. And then we're going to bring our berries in again. These cute little berries. And put that right there on the side of our Happy Holidays. Isn't that cute? I just love this. Okay, time to stamp a greeting on the inside. We'll bring in our piece of white, and I think we will stamp "It's the most wonderful time of the year." It's probably one of my favorite holiday sayings. Anyone have any favorite? What's your favorite holiday movie? Mine, of course, would be National Lampoon's Christmas. I guess that reminds me of a little bit of my childhood. You know, some of the outfits, the hair, the trudging through the snow to find the perfect Christmas tree, the holiday shopping. So that one is my favorite holiday movie. I think my husband loves A Christmas Story. That's his favorite. And of course, my kids, they love both of our movies, but they could watch the Home Alone movies over and over again and just laugh their hearts out. So, we have this here. Then we will bring in that sprig that we had before with some of our garden green. Karen, yours is Elf. Good to hear. We like Elf too. I don't know, there's just so many wonderful Christmas movies out there. You really can't go wrong, right? So I'm just gonna put these in opposite corners and going on once, second strength, third strength. Okay, so just in the corners, give it a little bit of fun, and it kind of mimics the front of our card then. Okay, we'll put this on the inside. Okay, card number 2 done. Woo woo. How many of you have started making any of your holiday stuff yet? Anyone making their cards yet or working on any of that? I think I talked about this in another class, and I was surprised how many of you were already working on things already. Impressive. Oh, a Garfield Christmas. Huh. It's been a long time since I've seen a Garfield Christmas. I'll have to look for that one this year. Because the kids used to watch Garfield, and I don't remember if we've ever watched that one. Okay, on to our next card. Our next card, we're gonna make a stack of presents and gather them all up together. So maybe not a traditional Christmas card, but a multi-purpose card. So it could be used as a Christmas card, a winter birthday card, because some of us have winter birthdays, AKA Christine and I. We both have, I have a December birthday and she has the January 1st birthday. So, you know, sometimes you need a December birthday in there. Okay, so we have a piece of white that I've embossed with the painted texture embossing folder. And I'm going to adhere a little piece of glue here. Now, some of you are new and you're watching and you're wondering what I'm doing here. Well, to save paper, a lot of times, and Karen, you know this, we just cut little strips, and then those little strips, we can save paper. So instead of making a big panel to make a border, we're just putting these 2 strips on the side to create a border and saving some of our cardstock, because then we can use it on something else, right? Okay, so I've got my border. Karen, you haven't made any. You're too busy making all your other Christmas or all your other cards and cutting paper for Christine. Then we're gonna adhere this piece to our card, which is Misty Moonlight. Oh my goodness, Sandy, you are making card sets for Christmas gifts, and I am about halfway through. Wow, way to be on top of the holidays. That's awesome. Sometimes I'm making my cards in December that I'm like, oh gosh, I need to get these sent out. Okay, so now we have 3 different pieces of DSP to make our boxes. We're going to stack them up above. So we're going to add dimensionals to these because I want to pop these up. And remember, don't forget to use your edges of your dimensional sheets. There's a lot of popping you can do with these on the edge. And this paper is fun too because The paper that goes with this iconic set is kind of an all seasons paper. So it's Christmas paper. As you can see, we've got a little confetti kind of birthday paper. There's snowflakes in there. There's fall colors. Lots of different things. Little Valentine. So it's kind of an all occasions DSP, which is fun. This has fireworks on the edge here. Okay, so now I'm bringing in, we have this really pretty iridescent ribbon. And maybe there's an easier way to do this, but I guess I haven't discovered it. So I'm going to put a piece of it down through here and adhere it, and that's going to go through the bottom. So this is going to be my first piece that I adhere. And it's going to come over the front like so. We're going to put this in the middle. We're going to leave just a little gap on the bottom. Now we're going to go through and stack our presents. So as you saw on the other side, we have some Moody Mauve Christmas trees. Like I said, something that's, you know, just a little bit different if you want something that's not truly 100% traditional. You're going to go outside the box. Like so. And then I'm just going to put a piece of tear tape here, and I'm just going to tuck it around the back. There we go. Really simple, really easy. Okay. And I'm probably going to put a little bit, one little dimensional to hold that top piece down. Karen, you've been cutting paper for the Wounded Warrior card benefit. Oh my gosh, that's coming up so fast. I can't believe, I feel like we started talking about that and you know what Christine wanted to do and kind of plan for that so long ago, and now to think that it's only about 2 months away just blows my mind how fast things can go. And it is going to be a wonderful event. I don't have all the details off the top of my head, but it is going to be an amazing event. So really excited to see it come to fruition. Okay, so I decided I wanted to do a little bit bigger of a bow because it's iridescent and you don't, it doesn't show up sometimes as well. So we're gonna make a double bow with its iridescent ribbon. So when you make a double bow, all you're gonna do is wrap this around twice, okay? And I'm just gonna pull my ends apart so my bow looks a little bit bigger. I gotta mess with my glue dots here. I tend to do that. We're gonna adhere this to our top. This ribbon is so pretty. Like that, isn't that pretty? Cut our tails. Now it's time to stamp. So we have this big Celebrate in this set. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to stamp that first, and then we'll bring in Let's. So we have Let's Celebrate. We're going to bring in Moody Mauve. So it's crazy. We're going to have craziness happening in the hive the next 2 months. So we have the Autumn Creative Escape coming up about mid-September, and then 2 weeks later is the Wounded Warrior event. It's going to be busy in this house. So here we go. We've got our big Celebrate on here, and then I'm going to bring in this little tiny stamp that says Let's. So we'll have Let's Celebrate, and I'm just going to tuck that in kind of between the C and the L. And then we will pop that up. Where's my sheet that I cut? Here we go. Yes, like Karen says, if you are interested in the cards, and they're beautiful, really fun colors together, like royal colors. So we have, I believe, I only saw them one time. So, oh gosh, what colors, Mary or Karen? What colors do we have in that paper? So I'm going to center this between the snowflake present and the confetti. Do that, and we will bring in these really pretty iridescent gems. I'll have to look through here and see if I can find the cards. Karen, do you know where the cards are? Because I would show them to everyone. While we're here. I didn't think these white gems would stick out as much as they do, but they are really pretty on this white. I didn't think they would show up on the white as well, but they really do show up. They're so pretty. Okay, our outside of our card is done, and we will bring this in, and what can we put on the inside? I don't know if I want this to be a birthday card or what I want it for. So I think I'm going to make it a birthday card, but I didn't bring a birthday saying. But we have these cute little candle stamps in here. So I think I'm going to stamp some candles on the inside. Maybe I'll have to make this Christine's birthday card. Yeah, a lot of the Regal colors, it should be on the counter. I'm gonna go check while I'm thinking of it. I know that interrupts us, but okay, I have those set aside, so I'll show all of you before we finish up this video today, okay? So we've got these candles. I'm going to stick them in the corner. I'm not sure. I think you have to stamp both of them. So I'm going to try this in. So there's a solid one and a striped one here. So I'm going to stamp off and put that on there. And then We're going to bring in the striped one and put it over the top. So you could have solid candles, you could have striped candles. And then there's a little flame that we'll put on top. It's really tiny. And we'll bring in some Daffodil Delight. I couldn't have done that if I tried. Made it right in. Uh-oh. Okay. Made it right in the trash can there. And I thought I lost my little flame, but that one fell on the ink pad, and so we're just going to add these two little flames. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'll stamp a happy birthday on that later. Because I have a lot of winter birthdays in the month of November, December, and January. So I think I'll use this as a winter birthday card. Okay, card number 3 done. There we go. And you can do this with any DSP. Stack a bunch of presents up there. Okay. Now we have our Frosted Forest set, and we really aren't using any of the stamps, but there are some really pretty stamps in here. So we have a piece of vanilla for the inside, and this is paper that was an online exclusive last winter, I believe. This is called something St. Nicholas or St. Nick paper, and it has this on the back, but it has these really pretty basic shapes, or I should say basic kind of tone on tone designs. And so I thought these would be really pretty to put together and put on a card. So I have a traditional base here with a mat that is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, and then 2 of the dies. So we have the solid image that I cut out in Mossy Meadow, and then there was these more detailed pieces that I cut out in Old Olive. Uh-oh, I think these maybe didn't cut through all the way. Sometimes that happens with some of these detailed dies. You got to run it through twice. And like I said, my daughter helps me a lot. So she probably didn't look for that when she was helping me cut kits. So anyways, we're going to play with it the way that it is. I'll probably put a new piece on when I get home. But you have this really pretty piece right here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive going down the middle. I'll lay that on here like that. And I'll probably take this off when I get home, and fix it, but for now, so you guys get the concept here. And then we're going to bring in Season's Greetings from the Greetings set. And Early Espresso. And we're going to do it up in the right-hand corner. On our piece of vanilla. And then we're going to bring our trees, or actually, we're going to adhere our trees here. And I will pop up the other tree. Oops. Wait, put this on crooked. Guys, were you yelling at me on the behind the screen here, going, Gina, your thing is completely crooked? Okay. So I was supposed to adhere this and then wrap the ribbon around. But you know, when you forget to do something, you probably can't tuck it, but that's okay. So we're gonna take that vanilla ribbon again. So essentially you would have put your red piece down on top of your green and then put your ribbon down, but I get ahead of myself sometimes. So we're gonna wrap it around the red piece instead. I'm gonna wrap it around the middle here. And of course, we're going to pop up our piece here. Anyone on here coming to the Wounded Warrior event? I know Karen is. I'll be here for it. And the excited thing about that is we'll have some visitors and guest speakers and things like that. So, oh, I put my ribbon a little too tight. It's going to be a fun event. Okay. We're going to center this on our paper. Like I said, center. I did not center. I just totally put that down, not paying attention. Okay, there we go. Now we'll bring in our little label piece and adhere that, and I'm going to pop that up again. Because once, as Christine would always say, once you pop, you can't stop. We have more joining in this morning. We have Honeybee Stamping from the Hive in Florida. it comes up as Honeybee Stamping, but what is your name from Honeybee? And Carol has joined us. And Janelle, you got a kit. Wonderful. Supporting a great cause, our wounded warriors who have so bravely risked their lives in order to keep us safe. So God bless them. And then we're going to bring in, these are the iridescent foil gems, and they're so pretty because they're iridescent, and then there's little gold flecks in there. And we're going to decorate our trees. So I'm going to take the bigger ones and put them at the top of our tree. And then we will just scatter them. Oops. I lost the glue dot here. Okay, so is it Tashana or Tashana? But your husband calls you Honeybee. That's awesome. Mine would call me something else, but we won't say that on live TV. I'm his pain in the butt, right? But he loves me. Okay, all we gotta do is add a bow. We're making lots of bows today, so we'll bring that bow maker back in. And using this beautiful vanilla ribbon, I just love it. Okay, I said it right the first time, good. I always like to try to pronounce everyone's names correctly, but sometimes it's hard to tell. Or what maybe I would think is the right way is not the right way, so I get it. I had, and spelling too sometimes, my name, I like to say, is pretty easy, but there's a lot of different variations out there of ways I've seen it spelled. You know, 4 simple letters, Gina, but I have a cousin named Savannah, and my grandpa lived with me my whole life, but he could not spell Gina to save his soul. I think every Christmas present, birthday present, whatever, my name was spelled a different way, always, but he could spell Savannah. I never understood that. I don't know if he did that on purpose just to see if I would say anything or just to get my goat or whatever, but kind of always funny. She would open her present and I'm like, huh, Grandpa can spell your name right, but he can't spell my name right. So we're going to put this little bow here. Of course, cut our ends. Isn't that pretty? Simple and pretty. Sometimes we underestimate the power of simple. I know I do. Sometimes I tend to over embellish things and add more because I feel like it needs more, but it really doesn't. Sometimes I see simple cards online or whichever, and I think, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so simple, but just so pretty. And yeah, I tend to sometimes go above, and I wish I could just make a simple card sometimes. Okay. So we have this little tree stamp here. We're going to stamp him in the corner in Old Olive. And I'm not going to stamp the whole tree on here. I'm just going to stamp a partial tree but it'll look like a whole tree. Off in the corner here. So just like that. I could probably put another little one right next to it. There we go. So we got a nice pretty tree. So we got a first string, second string. And what I did to make sure you don't have a line, I made this one shorter. Okay, because if you had stamped it higher, you would have had a line from your first one when doing second string. Okay, so we have season's greetings. And how about we do let's decorate the season with happiness. That's from Sophisticated Sleds. Bring in our espresso. Okay, card number 4 done. Look at that. So is this putting you guys in the holiday mood? Are you ready to start digging out any holiday stuff? I know some of the stores are pulling it out already. Of course, Hobby Lobby, and I get why they do. You know, us crafters, we need time to create stuff, but man, they had their stuff out in June already. Somebody told me the other day that they saw some things in Target coming out, so it's coming and it's going to be here before we know it. All right, our final card, we'll be using Sophisticated Sled, one of my favorite sets that has come out. And remember, these are online exclusives and you can get these now. Okay, so we have a lot of little pieces in this one. First, we have our inside piece, so we'll just set that aside for now. We have a piece of Pretty Peacock. Now, as we always say, we try to save paper, so I cut a piece out, our greenery piece out of the center, because we'll be hiding that with DSP. Now, depending on your DSP, there's not, if you had the same DSP on both sides, you know, where you could flip it, which I could have done that. It would be easier to cut this, but I had to cut 4 individual pieces to do this. So depending, if you had a paper where you could flip it, you could cut a big piece and then cut off your pieces. But anyways, so this card here, I was going to tell you guys, the dimensions. Here we go. Okay, so we have a piece of 2 by 3 and 1.5 and 1 3/4 of the same DSP. Now remember, we're putting these opposites of each other. And then we have a piece of 1.5 by 3 by 1 3/4 by 2. Okay, so now we're just going to adhere our pieces, leaving a slight border all the way around. And this was a returning paper. Winter Meadow was actually out last year. It's such pretty paper. Well, My Crafty Adventures, welcome. This is your first time here. We have a lot of first timers today. How exciting. My Crafty Adventures, what is your name? And then we have the larger, so we're placing opposite. We have a bigger piece here and a smaller piece here, and then those are going to go opposite each other. It's fun to do this with any of our DSPs. If I had a coordinating paper. Okay, so now they're matched up, and don't worry about the seams of this because we're going to cover the seams, so you're really not going to see them. So your sled gets cut out. There's 3 pieces that actually cut the sled. There's a solid piece that cuts it out. There's this piece here, and then this one is on the same die. So I use the wood DSP from the Country Woods, and you can't really tell that it also embosses because I already have wood grain on here, but it does emboss it also. So we have the wood grain paper here. We have a piece of crumb cake, okay? So we're gonna put our sled together. Caroline, well, welcome Caroline. I am happy to have you here today. And don't throw away your pieces when you cut. These are labels, so we're actually going to be using these pieces for our label on top of our sled. So keep that in mind when cutting these out, that don't give up your pieces right away. Okay, our sled goes like this. And one die cuts out these 2 pieces. Okay, simple so far, right? Now we'll take and use our dimensionals. If I can get them off the sheet. There we go. Okay, we're gonna put this over our seam here, like that. All right, now the fun part. We have skates. I love skates. I love the look of this. I hope, I would like to make a decoration this winter that has an old sled like this and a pair of skates hanging from it. I've always loved seeing that. I've seen people have it over the years, and I think it's so cool. So, and it's a nice piece because you can keep it out all winter. It's not just a holiday piece. Okay, so to put our skates together, the die cuts out 2 skates, and then there's also a die that cuts out our blades, and another die that cuts out the laces. How cool is that, right? So, we're gonna adhere our pieces. So I put a little bit of glue on the bottom here. And we cut these out of silver. And they fit right on there. And then you have these cute shoelaces that we used Lost Lagoon. Oops, I had my cover off already, trying to take it off. Any ice skaters out there? I always wanted to be an ice skater. But I never had the coordination for being on the ice skates. I don't know if I have weak ankles, but I was never able to rollerblade either. I could roller skate my heart out when I was younger. Don't ask me to do that now. but I was never able to ice skate or rollerblade. And rollerblading was pretty big when I was growing up. That was the new hot commodity, was rollerblading. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little piece of tear tape and put that on the back of my skates. And we'll pop it up, of course. I'm kind of going to overlap them, like so. Okay, so we got them overlapped. I have this gold and silver twine we have, or trim. I have quite a bit of it, so I wanted to use it up. I know it is not current, but I wanted to use it up. So we're gonna bring in the silver, and I'm gonna put a little glue dot in the middle top part of my sled, right here. And I'm just going to tuck this and wrap it up, make a loop, and then I'm going to tuck it back underneath the other skate. So just like that. Then we're going to bring in our little greenery piece. A little bit of glue. Like so. We've got that centered up there. And then we're going to take our little label here and put "Let It Snow" in our pretty peacock. Oh, Mary, this is bringing a lot of memories for you. You did a lot of skating and sledding when you were a kid. Mine was mostly sledding. We did a lot of sledding. We had the elementary school that I went to, we didn't live far from, and it had some nice hills, so we would always go there and go sledding. So I'm going to stamp this a little bit off to the left, but not a lot. Okay, like that. So remember, this little label came from cutting out this part of our sled. And we're going to pop this up. It's a little bit big for this piece. I'll just snip that off. Okay, so we're going to put our little label up here. Then we're going to make a tiny little baby bow. I'm going the opposite for whatever reason. I got to do it the same way here that I always do it. I'll be confused. Okay. So we have our cute little bow. And we're going to put this on top, like so. Isn't this cute? Of course, we're going to pop it up some more. So this is ready to go on our card base. So we've got a crumb cake card base. And then we have these adorable snowflakes in gold, copper, and white. We're going to bring them in. We're going to take a tiny one here and put it on the corner of our label. Take a larger one and put it up through here. And another one down here in the corner. And I just felt like it needed a little bit more, so then I brought my rhinestones to put in the middle of our snowflakes. And it just makes them pop a little bit more. Oops. Like so. Isn't this pretty? And I love, it's just a little bit different colors for the holiday also. A little bit non-traditional shades of green, but like a bluish green. And with the browns in there and the wood on the sled. Oh, I just think it's so, so pretty. Okay. Now all we gotta do is stamp the inside of our card. And I think we're gonna stamp a pair of skates. And we're gonna stamp them right here. We're gonna use Lost Lagoon. And I think what I'll do, this is kind of big though. I wonder, let me double check my sentiment to make sure that they'll fit, because it's fairly large. So we could do some snowflakes. And I think that's what we'll do. We'll put them in the corner like that. We'll do something like that anyways. Okay. Make sure I put them on the block the correct way. And I'm gonna stamp this off because I don't want this super bold. Stamp it up here, coming from the top. Isn't that pretty? And then we're gonna bring our pretty peacock back in to stamp our sentiment. We're just going to stamp it over here. I hope your days are filled with fun and laughter. Isn't this cool? I just love this set. It is so pretty. Okay, we're going to glue this on the inside, and then we have finished all 5 of our cards, and I'll bring them all back in. And I'll also show you those Wounded Warrior cards for Christine's benefit. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, now remember, this is where you can find me. Facebook, Glitter and Ink with Gina. I will be on my own, so someday I will move from the Hive page and I will move over to my own Glitter and Ink site. So keep that in mind. And then there's my email, ginaalbulo@gmail.com. So reach out if you guys have any questions. So here are today's beautiful cards. We'll show you the the one that the die cut was pretty. So here are all 5 cards for today. Here, we'll do it like this. You guys can see these a little bit better. So these kits will be available until next Saturday, the 3rd. So if you would like kits, please reach out. The cost of the kits is $25, okay? And additional $6 for shipping. A way to get these kits free would be to place a $50 order. So if you place a $50 order through me, current host code will be updated this morning as soon as I'm done being live. It'll be pinned at the top of my Facebook page, okay? Now remember, I have some challenges going on because, you know, we are celebrating my 1-year anniversary of stamping live with you guys online. So, ways to get entered in the prize. This post will get shared on my Facebook page. Please follow me over there. So all my new followers for the month of July, you'll be put in a drawing for a prize. Number 2, share my video from my Facebook page. Let me know that you shared. Let me know that you're following too, because sometimes I don't know who exactly is following new. So that will also get you into a drawing. And then I want to see what you guys are creating, whether it's a home item, whether a 3D item, cards, scrapbook, whatever. So in that post, share with me and all of us what you've been creating, okay? So those are 3 different ways you can be entered in for prizes, okay? So we're going to have lots of prizes coming the end of the month here. Okay, these kits, $25. Now tomorrow, I will be live again, and these are the 3 cards that we'll be creating for tomorrow's morning create. Are these 3 cards, $17 plus $6 for shipping. These card kits will be available to order until August 3rd, and then I will ship kits out once they're completed. $17, $6. If you want to place an order, it would be a $35 order, okay? I also have my scrapbook kit, which I do not have here, but those of you, we did a beachy with seaside wishes scrapbook layout. That layout is also available. That's $24 plus shipping. I had that all set aside, but I left that at home, okay? And then Christine's Wounded Warrior Project cards. Oh my gosh, they are absolutely beautiful. You can get kits mailed to you. I know some people said that they will order a bunch of kits and then they will get together and craft together with a bunch of their friends. You can do that. We'll be live in the Hive creating these kits, going to a wonderful benefit, our wounded warriors who have been injured in their service time. And so we want to help raise as much money as we can. I don't remember what we did last year. I feel like I won't even put a number out there because I don't want to get it wrong. But she has some big goals and she wants to definitely exceed that goal. So, and I know Christine has talked about this on all of her other pages. So please reach out to Christine if you have any questions about this benefit. It's the first weekend in October, and these are the cards we'll be making. And so this also is a sneak peek at some of the DSP and a stamp set that is coming in the new catalog. So she used the trees like I did in the catalog. And she also brought in, this is the, oh, I forget what it's called, but it's got copper and teal, and she put it on a peacock base, and it's so pretty together. And this cool, looks like cherry cobbler ribbon to go with it. And of course, she had to throw in a purple card, right? This is a new stamp set and dies. I think it's called Frozen something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was in the catalog, but really, really pretty there. And one of my favorite sets coming up, a leaf set. Like I said, I don't remember the names of all of these sets on hand. We're actually going to play with this. We're going to do baby wipes technique with that, I think, I haven't decided if I'm gonna do it for August technique or September technique. It feels a little early to be doing fall cards, but you never know. I love fall cards. I love fall colors. I love everything about fall. So we got another beautiful fall card, bringing in some pretty peacock and Cajun craze, and bringing in the birdhouse set too, and using some really pretty, it looks like shaded spruce ribbon and some pretty, really pretty gems coming our way. So super excited, and I believe this is the bonus card that you can, like I said, reach out to Christine with any questions. I don't have all the prices and stuff of things, but kind of a red, white, and blue way to celebrate our veterans and wounded warriors. So anyways, you want to get any of these kits, please reach out to Christine about that. Lots of great things coming up. We also have the Autumn Escape coming up in September. So really busy here in the Hive. Christine's got a lot going on, but all wonderful things, and we'll all be gathering together. So that's probably the best part of all of this, is the time that a lot of us will be gathering together, and of course sharing our love for stamping. So we've got all that coming up. August, I haven't gotten my August cards done yet, and but as soon as I get those done, I will show you guys. So we'll have, in August, we'll have the technique class again. We will be having the scrapbook class, morning create, and I haven't decided what we'll be doing for the August. I kind of try to do like this was Christmas in July. So I try to do something a little bit different, a stamp a stack, card buffet, things like that. So I haven't decided quite what that will be. So stay tuned for all of that. And I believe in September, my scrapbookers, Stampin' Up! Will start to be unveiling some of their scrapbook stuff, that some kits and things like that that will be coming. And of course, I will use some of that stuff to create some beautiful cards too. So we got lots coming up, and don't forget, I would love to have you join my team. I am really striving to be Silver Elite, so if anybody would love to join my team, get a little bit of discount. You get to be on my team and Christine's team, so you get to be a B, and I haven't decided what official name I want for my team. So if anyone has some great ideas, send them my way. I would love to hear your ideas. And don't forget, last few days here to earn your bonus bucks. For every $50 order you place, you get a $5 coupon. That coupon can be used in August then. So that ends July 31st. So we've only got a few more days for you to earn those bonus bucks. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And remember, these holiday sets can be ordered. Right now they're available. I think that's all I've got for you guys right now. That's kind of what's all coming up. We have a lot coming up, and stay tuned because there's going to be a lot of fun coming up. So anyways, I appreciate all of you guys being here and all of your support. And over this last year, you guys have watched me struggle and learn along the way, and I was so happy I was able to get online today. Hopefully I can do it again tomorrow without any problems. I started a little late this morning, but I did do it, so yay me. And I maybe graduated and did a little extra step all on my own. So anyways, tutorials are coming. I have a bunch that I'm just kind of fine-tuning, double checking things. Got behind on those, so I'll be sending those out, and I got a little behind on emails, so I will try to get back to those yet today. So anyways, I hope you guys all have a beautiful day today. Enjoy. I hope it's sunny, and it's going to be a warm one here, so I might have to hop in the pool. Never know. Or we might go enjoy a good movie. So anyways, thank you once again for all your support and sticking by me this year as I've learned and navigated my way through this. I really appreciate all of you being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks so much, guys.